Shakespeare for Grown-Ups by E. Foley and B. Coates. Read by Daniel Weyman. Introduction. William Shakespeare is without question Britain's greatest literary hero. His work has spoken to countless generations, nationalities and cultures, and to men, women and children alike. His plays have been translated into every language under the sun, and performances of them can be seen from Afghanistan to Zimbabwe. But how much do you really know about the man and his wondrous words? For many of us, our first experience of Shakespeare can be intimidating and, whisper it, a little wearisome. And if you have a bad start with the bard, chances are that will affect your grown-up encounters with him too. Do you find yourself dozing off during The Winter's Tale? Does all that thumb-biting in Romeo and Juliet perplex you? Find it hard to stomach the jokes in The Taming of the Shrew? Lost by the language of the famous monologues from King Lear and Othello? Worry not. You aren't alone. And although today every schoolchild will encounter Shakespeare's work at some point in their English lessons, the majority of UK adults will only be properly familiar with one or two plays at most. In fact, a recent poll showed that 5% of 18 to 34-year-olds think Shakespeare's most famous play is Cinderella, and 2% from the same group think the man himself is a fictional character. That's why this book is essential reading for anyone who feels they should know more about our greatest poet, or indeed anyone looking to revive their acquaintance with him, or even just help their children with their homework. As well as taking an in-depth look at the most loved, studied and performed plays, we will take you on a journey through the different genres Shakespeare made his own, the comedies, histories and tragedies, and we'll show you how to decode his enigmatic sonnets. We'll also show you that there is much to be treasured and enjoyed in his less familiar works. We don't claim to be Shakespeare scholars. We are ordinary readers who were curious to learn more about our greatest national poet, and we became passionate about passing on the most interesting facts we discovered. The aim of this book is to give a solid understanding of Shakespeare's genius and to arm you with the tools you need to enjoy him with confidence and insight. In addition, we'll peruse some of the more perplexing problems that have agitated academics over the years. Did Shakespeare really write his plays himself? What exactly is the first folio? What would it have been like to see one of his plays at the time of its first performance? What does hoist with his own petard actually mean? Who might the sonnet's dark lady be? In this audiobook, you will find nuggets on a broad range of topics, including the historical context of Shakespeare's writing, his personal life, contemporaries and influences, his language and poetic skill, the key themes of his oeuvre, his less well-known works and characters, his most famous speeches and quotations, the phrases and words that he invented, and much more. The world is a far richer place, thanks to this glove-maker's son from Stratford and his unparalleled influence over our imaginations and language. His eternal summer shall not fade, so long as men can breathe or eyes can see. And we hope that by the time you finish this book, you are as filled with admiration and enthusiasm for his work as we are. Brevity is the soul of wit. All Shakespeare's plays in one sentence each. Obviously, a close reading of the plays will richly reward any student of Shakespeare, but we understand if you need a quick cheats guide. We've set out each one in a sentence, so you can always be ready to impress with extensive knowledge of the whole back catalogue of Will's works. Comedies. The Tempest. The magician Prospero shipwrecks the enemies that originally ousted him from Italy, but when Ferdinand, the son of his arch-rival Alonso, falls for his daughter Miranda, he finally faces them down and learns to forgive. The Two Gentlemen of Verona. Proteus, who loves Julia, is friends with Valentine, who loves Sylvia. But their friendship deteriorates when Proteus gets Valentine outlawed in order to pursue Sylvia himself, much to the dismay of his page Sebastian, who is actually Julia in disguise, until, after much trouble, everyone ends up with their original beloved.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?